We notice that in our society that there are more and more differences. The diversity is growing on the one hand. On the other hand, we notice also that people and policy makers are trying to neutralize these differences. For example, by forbidding the wearing of religious symbols. Now I want to ask you if you think this is an appropriate way to deal with this diversity in our society. We are here to talk about a famous woman, Carol Gilligan, who is getting an honorary doctorate. And in 1982 she wrote a book in a different voice about gender stereotypes that are existing in the traditional psychology. She shows us that the traditional psychology, but also the psychology of today, assumes and is writing from a male perspective, a dominant male perspective. She brought in the women's voices in the conversation. So Gilligan was one of the founders of gender studies, and gender studies are studies that are exploring and researching themes about gender differences and also gender stereotypes, gender stereotypes between men and women. She showed us that there are differences between men and women. They think in a different manner, and when in our society we see that women are trying a lot to be like men. She's the woman who shows us in psychology that we have to think broader. We have to take up the voices of the marginalized groups and don't build theories on just the white middle class men. Brussels is known as a university that is thinking also in terms of differences and in terms of thinking out of the box, and that's what Gilligan does very much, I think. So it's a beautiful link with the VUB.